Hello and welcome to another Throwback Thursday slash episode review. This episode, the episode I'm going to do today, one of them was reviewed by a fellow subscriber of mine, and I told her I would do it. And I'm also, for the holidays, I'm actually going to review another episode that has to do with this holiday, Thanksgiving. Now, the episode I'm going to be talking about today came on Nickelodeon back in 1991. It was one of the cornerstones that helped Nickelodeon's Nicktoons and got it to where it is today with all those classic hits like Wild Thornberries and Real Monsters and Hey Arnold and all that stuff. It was this cartoon was there at the beginning. What cartoon am I talking about? Well, those lovable, playable. That's right, the Rugrats. As you can see in there, there's Tommy the ringleader, Chucky the scared one, the twins Phil and Leo, and Bossy Angelica. Now, if you look over here in this picture, I'm kind of showing two pictures at a time. Sorry about that. I'm trying to focus on one picture when I do these. But yeah, if you look at this picture over here, you actually see some new characters that were added later on in the series, like Susie Carmichael, Kimmy, Deal, and them. Now, this series, if you don't already know, I'm sure everyone knows, follows these Rugrats and their playful adventures. Like the first episode was Tommy's birthday, and when he turned 1 year old and all, and that's when we first meet the Rugrats and all. It's a really cute episode. I enjoy it. I enjoy all the episodes except for the ones that have to do like with potty training and all that. Yeah, sorry, get skeptical and kind of get sick with those, But this is one of the awesome shows back in the 90s. I loved watching it on Nickelodeon every time it came on. And it's an awesome show, it really is. And the episode I'm going to review, because I said I was going to review an episode because a viewer requested it. Yes, I am taking your requests for episodes, so please leave them down in the comments. And now, without further ado, the episode is Sour Pickles. Now, this episode starts out with us looking at Angelica looking in the telescope, and we can see what she sees. And Tommy asking her if he can see. And Angelica's like, "Oh, you want to see? All right." And then she remembers, "Oh, just babies." And then we see Stu and Drew, the two brothers, Tommy's dad and Angelica's dad, and fighting over some inventions because Drew doesn't have anything good to say about his inventions. And they fight, and Lou, the grandpa, actually breaks it up and says that they were fighting ever since they were babies. And he tells a story about how they were fighting back, and we get a flashback where Drew was Tommy's age, and Stu was Tommy's age, and Drew was not older, and those two who were getting along fine, and they saw Rocky Bullwinkle, which is a parody of Rocky and Bullwinkle. I love that show too. Anyway, and after they finished watching it, and it says it's coming back in a little while, they were wondering what they could do until then, and Drew suggested a game, and Stu was like, "No, I don't want to play that game," and Drew was trying to convince them to, and it ends up in an argument, and they threw some stuff and argued, and Lou came in and punished them, saying no TV and all that. And then that's after they came back from the flashback, and Chuck asked them what he did to punish them, and we go back to the flashback, and that's where he says, "No, Rocky, and no, you're not Winkle. I'm sorry for saying that name wrong." Anyway, they start talking and getting along and stuff. It's amazing to me how in every episode, how the Rugrats could talk to each other and stuff, even though they're not old enough to really talk, and go on adventures, and the grown-ups never saw what they were doing. I mean, never see them walking and going on these adventures and all that, and all. But anyway, they decided to go find their own TV, and they found this one place with some TVs, but they were all too high. Some of them had a quantity of the Jetsons and all that, and then they finally found a TV that was showing Otzi and Bullwinkle, and they had to get it by jumping on a trampoline, and Drew got Stu to go up there and do this. Meanwhile, Lou figured they weren't crying anymore, because after Lou said no Otzi and Bullwinkle, they started crying and all, like babies do, and said that they could stay up and watch Malroy's place or whatever, and later on in the episode, when Lou found out that they weren't where they're supposed to be, he goes looking for them and sees that they were jumping on the trampoline, and so they got TV working, and he didn't have the heart to punish them, because they were getting along, and Angelica, Angelica was asking her dad about a trampoline, and Steve was like, "That's silly, Drew, I can make you one," and they started arguing again until Lou turned on the TV, and it was, of course, and Oswinkle, and they started watching that, and they all laughed, and finally Angelica shared the telescope, and that's how the episode ends. To me, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it. It was one of my fans' favorite. That's why he chose it, and all. I think all the episodes are really good myself. So many people I've heard many people talk about the Rugrats franchise went down when they added a little deal in the first movie. Yes, these have spin-offs of movies and all grown up. I also watched those. Those are pretty entertaining too. Deal came in via a movie, and Chucky finally got a dad, and Kimmy via a movie. Susie came in the episode. That's how Tommy met her first when they moved in. Then eventually she came to know the other Rugrats. She's like their big sister that stands up to Angelica for them and all. And stuff like that. It's really good, awesome show. I enjoyed it. Like I said, it was the franchise Nickelodeon that helped them get to Nicktoons, and like Hey Arnold and all that. And I said I was going to review 2 episodes today, which I am. The second episode I am going to review today is actually a Thanksgiving episode, and it actually called The Turkey That Came to Thanksgiving. Now, we start this episode with Tommy's mom, Dee Dee, actually telling them the story of Thanksgiving, how the Pilgrims we're helping with, you know, the story of Thanksgiving, how they helped the people that came to this new land, and all when the crops weren't, when all the food and stuff were gone, and blah 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 and all, and ends the story because she hears the other adults arguing. Now she tells them to go back to coloring, and they do. When Dee Dee leaves, they start talking about the Native American. Well, they call them the Naked Americans, but they call Native Americans, and how they did all this, and all, and how they want to have their own have their own dinner and give thanks and stuff. Then we cut to the adults where they're talking about how they're fighting over how to prepare a turkey with mustard or without mustard or whatever and stuff. And Lou comes in and tells them that he won them a turkey, and he'll be there by 4 o'clock. They get shot. Well, they know that there's an emergency, and they go out to go get them a turkey. Now the men in here were also busy setting up their TVs and satellites so they could watch every game every game that day. And while they were doing that, Angelica was watching the parade, and Tommy comes over and asks her if she wants to be in their imaginary dinner. She's like, no, if Tracy can have their own parade, which I don't know about y'all guys, but I enjoy Macy's Thanksgiving parade. It's one thing I love about Thanksgiving, with the family, food, and the parade. I never miss the parade. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, and Angelica says she's going to make her own parade. Now, the Rugrats get ready for their dinner, and they don't have that much, and cut back to the parents where Lou asked the boys if they want to play football, and they're like, no thank you, we're sitting up and we're going to be able to watch every football game and all, and they're like, and Lou's like, you want to watch football instead of playing football? They're like, yes, it's much safer, all that and stuff. And he leaves. And he's saying he should have had girls. Anyway, and then they cut back to the Rugrats where they're getting ready for their Thanksgiving feast and all. And the delivery man comes in and tells them that he got a turkey. Tommy's grandpa, well, not Tommy's grandpa, but somebody's grandpa, I can't remember who it was, but he said, you should have a turkey, it's Thanksgiving and all, and they changed and stuff, and he puts the live turkey box down. Yes, this is a live turkey. This ain't like what it's supposed to be in Thanksgiving, a dead turkey. And he breaks out of the box, and Tommy and them are the first to meet him and trying to ask him to their dinner so they can give thanks to their friends and dinner and stuff. And Angelica's busy with her parade, and until the turkey chases Spike, and that messes up Angelica's parade. And Angelica tells the babies that he's gonna be there, all right. He's gonna actually be dinner, and the babies try to hide the turkey so he wouldn't be dinner. As Angelica goes and tells the parents about the turkey being there, and Lou and Grandpa Boris, that's his name, they start a hunt, and every time Angelica tells people And there's a turkey in there, and they don't believe her because they look outside and don't see it. This is, okay, I missed something here. I'm sorry. This is after they got done with the store, the parents did, and where they came home empty-handed with no turkey because somebody else got the last turkey. Now, and before Angelica goes and tells the grown-ups and they don't believe her, I'm sorry, I keep going back because I keep missing stuff. The babies help Angelica make her parade, which she says she made all by herself, and Tommy gives her a look like, no you didn't. And of course Chucky lets Spike go, and the turkey chases Spike, which ruins the parade, and that's when Angelica goes and tells the grown-ups about there being a turkey outside and all, and yeah, and they don't believe her. Eventually, the turkey knocks down all the satellite dishes and all, and eventually the grown-ups find out that the turkey was there, even though Tommy and them tried to hide him, and they start fighting again and saying everything was ruined until Drew's like, well, not everything, we still got a turkey, and the babies, realizing that the grown-ups were going to eat the turkey, they gather around it trying to hide them and all, and trying to defend the turkey, knowing the grown-ups were going to eat it, and the grown-ups noticed this, and agreed to apologize to each other, saying that babies can make friends with this turkey, then they can be friends for each other. And say apologize to your best friend, and everyone starts apologizing and stuff, and Lou's like, friends alike, but what are we gonna do about Thanksgiving? And the Rugrats, well, Tommy holds up his cereal box like, how about this? And all of them's like, okay, well, eat Reptar cereal, and that's what they do that night. They all eat Reptar cereal, and Tommy he's talking about how he's thankful they're friends and all, and they're out having Mr. Turkey, and that's how the episode ends. Another good episode, a good Thanksgiving episode. I enjoy watching it every year. There's lots of Thanksgiving episodes I love watching, and Turkey That Came to Dinner from Rugrats is one of my favorites. I hope it's one of yours too. Please leave me in the comments what you think, and your thoughts and all, and what episode you think I should do next. What episode review you think I should do next. I'm really stuck here, guys. Please help me out. If you have any suggestions on an episode I can do, or a cartoon I can do, or whatever, please let me know. Please, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, and leave a comment. And if you're new, please subscribe to my videos. Subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any videos I upload, and hit that bell for all notifications. I'll see you guys later. Bye.